This video is brought to you by Honey. The 2010s was a fantastic era for Cartoon Network. Now, for those who don't know, there was a bit of a slump during the late 2000s, as the original lineup of cartoons started to wind down, and we even bore witness to the dreaded bottom of the barrel with live-action TV shows.
What's your name?
But in 2010, we saw a shift in momentum as Cartoon Network began to premiere new and original shows that would go on to define the decade. Adventure Time, Regular Show, Steven Universe, with each one having its own distinct flavor. But if you're looking for a cartoon that pushes the limits with its diverse visuals and chaotic writing, then look no further than the amazing world of Gumball. I remember when I first watched this show and was very pleased with its artistic style and direction. Character designs that range from 2D to 3D, and through animals, talking clouds, talking bananas, and actual dinosaurs. It was all over the place, but in a controlled chaos kind of way. Nothing was off limits, and that also included the writing. Gumball is chock full of jokes that subtly skew towards adults and would most likely go over the heads of children in the audience.
Hold on, kids. I need to make a symbolic gesture of protest. Halt in the name of love.
Gumball just had this avant-garde energy to it that made it stand out, and it's absolutely one of the most iconic shows of Cartoon Network. That being said, when something is successful, it gains admirers, and sometimes imitators. Now, I've covered quite a few movies and shows that are guilty of this, as they typically try to ride the tailcoats of the original. Yeah, sure, our movie is just like that Kung Fu Panda film. We promise. And then you watch it. And yeah, you got duped. And unfortunately for Gumball, it was not excluded from this fate, as it spawned one of the most shameless ripoffs I've ever seen, Miracle Star.
What the hell is that?
For most ripoffs, they typically bank on misleading advertisement, with posters and titles that sound somewhat similar to the original content, but with the actual show or movie being complete trash. But Miracle Star is such a bizarre exception to that rule. The cartoon itself comes from China, and was a glorified advertisement for a milk company. It wasn't trying to cash in on the clout of Gumball, the same way that Finding Jesus did with Finding Nemo. No. What we have here, folks, are Chinese artists and animators who were told to come up with a marketing campaign and said, well, I guess we'll just copy that popular show called Gumball. All of it. Well, I say all of it. There are a few notable differences. For example, Miracle Star is nowhere near as engaging as Gumball with its writing. And to no one's surprise, the animation is not as good either. Also, where's the clone for NIEs? I see Darwin, I see Gumball, oh, that's right. This is from China, and they got that policy, don't they? Or at least they had it. I don't know where it is right now, but, methinks that had a bearing on that creative decision. Oh, and I noticed another difference, and so did the rest of the internet. The mother here has a feature that Nicole doesn't. I wonder why. I suppose this is a commercial for a milk company after all. I'm sorry, I had to say it. Have mercy on our souls.
很简单，我们相互轻轻打一下，就好像这个样子。
Bite my shiny metal ass.
So, what are the origins of Miracle Star? Before I get into it, I just want to say that I am far from being the first person to talk about this topic. Like, I love talking about animated ripoffs, and this one has been on the top of my list for years now. But every time I get close to addressing it, another channel hits up the topic, and I postpone my own video cause I don't want to step on the toes of other YouTubers. But now I'm just gonna rip that band-aid off. I am too curious at this point, and my decision to wait has actually worked against me, since many of the translated episodes have been deleted off of YouTube. I can't find them anywhere else. We'll talk more about that here in a bit. All in all, what I'm trying to say is that if you want to know more about Miracle Star, take your pick of video. There's plenty to choose from. Okay, moving on. So, for those who don't know, Gumball was created by Ben Bocolet. I'm pretty sure that last name is French, and I'm pretty sure I said it incorrectly. Well, Gumball here premiered on Cartoon Network in 2011. In Cartoon Network, United States. Now, this is one of the few occasions where a primary Cartoon Network show was thought up of outside of the US. As in, it wasn't like homebrew US like Adventure Time. No, this actually came from Cartoon Network Europe, specifically the United Kingdom. That's right, Gumball is British. The cartoon itself is an animated sitcom and stars 12-year-old Gumball Watterson. He's spunky, he's a bit brash at times, he likes to speak his mind, very opinionated, very impulsive. That's our character. He definitely stirs the pot. We have his brother, his adopted brother, Darwin, a goldfish. We also have his irritable but incredibly perceptive little sister, Anais, his very exhausted and also perceptive mother, Nicole Watterson. She has a bit of a temper as well. And then we have the dopey father, Richard, who's like the persona of Peter Griffin if he wasn't evil. Plus, we got a bunch of other wonderful side characters. All in all, a great cast. Great enough to copy. In 2015, folks on 4chan's Coboard, YouTube, they discovered Miracle Star. And they noticed how it looked very similar to the amazing world of Gumball. Like I said before, Miracle Star was used to promote dairy products in China, specifically for a company called Yount. These characters were featured on the products, their labels, the company's PR meetings, and of course, commercials. And according to my sources, 12 episodes were made of Miracle Star, and they ran from 2014 to 2015, and only aired in China. Though I don't know what the grand total of episodes actually were, apparently it was canceled. I don't know. It's hard to say. There's very little to go off of as far as like sources from China. Now, the clone cast from Miracle Star includes Kiki, who is like Miracle Star, Miracle. You got his frog brother, Gua Gua, or Gawa Gawa. I'm trying my best. Gua Gua? Gua. That's his name. You got his mother, whose name I forgot. I don't think they even said her name. And then you have the father as well. And like I said before, there is no clone for Anais for reasons. Just like Gumball, Miracle Star is an animated sitcom, just not as good. But here was the question on everyone's mind. How is this legal? Couldn't Warner Brothers, the company that owns Cartoon Network, shouldn't they be able to sue this Chinese dairy company for copyright infringement? Well, here's the thing about the Chinese government and foreign copyright law. They don't give a shit. American companies can try to bring these cases to justice, but the Chinese legal system is an entirely different animal compared to America. American copyright law, obviously, does not apply to the Chinese, because you guessed it, they're Chinese. They got their own laws. That is outside of the sovereign, jurisdiction of America. So in summary, seeking justice for these companies in America, just not worth it. Not worth the time, not worth the effort. It's all for a very long shot goal of actually getting any kind of compensation or justice. It's just not worth it. It's best to just ignore it and move on. Though I did notice that Warner Brothers went after the videos on YouTube of Miracle Star because they've been deleted and removed, which kind of sucks. I was hoping to watch those, but hey, they're gone. At least the good ones. But here is what makes the entire Miracle Star situation so amazing. The amazing world of Gumball shot back. In February of 2017, Gumball premiered an episode called The Copycats, to which the entire synopsis of this episode was the Wattersons addressing the Miracle Star affair. In the episode, the Wattersons discover another family that are doppelgangers of themselves. They copied virtually everything they did. Except for, of course, NIEs, because
women no right to celebrate in Republic of People.
It's funny because I don't understand.
reasons. I gotta say, this situation with Miracle Star seemed tailor-made for a show like Gumball. They break the fourth wall quite often, and they also have the wit and sass to put these clones in their place. They made fun of their quality. They made fun of their broken English. They made fun of their powdered milk. And they even sung a song telling them to be original and to piss off. At the end of the episode, the Watterson family started to put their own lives in danger, with the hope that the Ripoff family would copy them and then destroy themselves in the process. This culminates with a deadly car chase down the highway, with these semi-trucks on fire, and where NIEs has to jump on the back of the truck to unhook it and save her own family, while the other family, who has no NIEs, falls to their demise. It is glorious. So yeah, the staff for Gumball couldn't find justice via the legal system, so they took justice into their own hands. They were able to create an episode that dunked on these hack frauds in a brilliant way. Hell, you don't even need to know about the backstory for this episode to make sense. Like, you'll still be able to follow it. But to know the full context of the situation just utterly enhances the viewing experience and elevates the amazing world of Gumball into the realm of godhood.
You guys good? Good enough.
So, what are my overall thoughts about the carbon copy that is Miracle Star? Well, to my own surprise, I did not hate it as much as I thought I would. To clear the air, what Miracle Star did was not cool and was incredibly scummy. They should have made something original, but alas, they did not. But what about strictly artistic merit? Yes, it's a ripoff, but is it a good ripoff? I mean, I've seen worse. Most ripoffs are nowhere near as good as the original they're trying to copy. The Little Panda Fighter, for example? Ooh, not even close to Kung Fu Panda. But Miracle Star is at least somewhere in the same ballpark with Gumball's designs and animation, though it's far from being perfect. Like, you'll see animation inconsistencies and errors and whatnot, but again, I've seen worse. Of course, it's hard to give credit to a show that virtually traces and steals from Gumball to such a massive degree. Like, frame-by-frame stuff. It is utterly shameless. But if you're gonna copy something, at least make it look somewhat decent. And that is the case for Miracle Star, since it's copying something that is superior. Look, we made our own background characters, like Milk. I mean, I truly think that these characters look somewhat cute and have fun designs. But that's obviously because they just copied a cartoon that already achieved the same thing to a much higher degree. I'll say this though, the rivalry between Nicole Stans and the Miracle Star mom is real. Like, I posted a tweet featuring the two, and I am genuinely afraid to go through those replies. Hey, Saberspark, what's the name of that character with the boobs? As far as the writing and dialogue goes, it's admittedly hard to judge, since I don't speak any form of Chinese, nor can I read it. Also, most of the available episodes aren't translated or captioned, so it's a bit of a crapshoot to judge the writing of Miracle Star, though I'd wager that it's not good, like, at all. One of the most iconic traits of Gumball is the writing. Clever and witty dialogue with hilarious jokes that are timeless. But I can only find one translated episode of Miracle Star, so the pool of content to judge from is very limited. That being said though, the single episode I could understand was boring. Something about a big eater food competition and Kiki/Miracle wanting to win some food contest. How his dad also likes to eat, and Miracle's stomach going on a eating rampage. Oh look, he's throwing up blood, I think. Oh my god, what's that white stuff? No. I tried. to fill in the blanks with the other episodes that weren't translated into English. Like, there was an episode about some horror movie that Miracle's dad had and how he and his off-brand brother, Darwin the Frog Jr., broke the DVD and then had to film their own version of it. Then there was another episode about some music performance and Miracle playing the cello, but like not being good at it. Oh, look, more blood. Again, it's hard to judge. From what I'm told, these episodes were available to watch on YouTube years ago, but they're gone now, and I could not find them re-uploaded anywhere else. So maybe lost media now? Who can say? And as far as the voice acting goes, that too felt pretty flat. Again, I don't speak Chinese, but I can at least detect tone and delivery. And what I heard was very dull. Like, I can listen to anime and be like, damn, Saitama here is really going all out. Sure, I don't speak Japanese, but I can tell when someone is putting their all into their delivery. Like, if that makes any sense at all. So yeah, Miracle Star is a shameless cartoon with characters and stories that are far from rivaling the quality of Gumball. The only thing it has going for it is somewhat competent visuals, and at the end of the day, is just a glorified, shameless milk commercial. In conclusion, Miracle Star is one of the most bizarre yet fascinating ripoffs I've ever seen. And that sentiment is only amplified by Gumball's official response to the entire affair. Like, I legit can't think of any other movie or show that retaliated to such a degree against its imposter. Like I said before, I don't know who exactly created Miracle Star, whether it be a studio or some freelance artist or some other organization, but they obviously know a thing or two about animation. They aren't god tier, but they're definitely good enough to field somewhat competent animation. To echo the song from the Copycats episode of Gumball, be your own you. Make your own unique show. Explore your own stories. Of course, I'd imagine the artists behind Miracle Star are like, bro, we just wanted to get our milk money commission and bail. And I'll be real, if that's the case, well, okay then. As far as ripoffs go, I still hold more animosity towards Finding Jesus, since that one was utterly shameless to the nth degree, and was also terrible in every conceivable way. At least Miracle Star wasn't painful to look at. It wasn't great by any means, but it was less offending to the senses compared to most ripoffs I've suffered. To me, I personally see Miracle Star as more bizarre and fascinating than terrible and painful. And you know what? At least we got Milk Mom. Don't point your finger at me. I didn't make her, they did. And they knew exactly what they were doing. I mean, come on. A milk commercial? And that's the difference between the two moms? It's on brand. It makes sense. And I'll be real, it's probably gonna be the most endearing aspect of Miracle Star for the rest of the century. Oh God, I should have kept my safe search on. So a big shout out to this video's sponsor, Honey. What is Honey exactly? Well, my friends, it is the #1 shopping tool in America. One with over 100,000 5-star ratings on Google reviews. Hey you, yeah, you see that little button up there on your browser? Yeah, right there. That's your friend. One who is always on the hunt to hook you up with deals and discounts for your online purchases. So many of your favorite websites that are totally down TF with Honey. Simply put, Honey automatically searches for promo codes so you don't have to. Let's say you want to get your hands on a new video game or some new shoes. Okay, cool. While you're on that site that you're shopping on, Honey is like, yo, let me scan and scour the entire web and search for discounts and promo codes, and looky, you can save with that purchase. Seriously, it's free savings and as easy as that. It's legit such an effective online shopping tool. And if you're new to Honey, you're gonna be pleasantly surprised with how many sites that you already shop on that Honey is compatible with. You'll be on that website shopping, and it's like, yo, we got some discount codes. And you're like, oh my God, I could have been getting savings this entire time? Yeah, you could have. So hit up the link down below in the description and go to joinhoney.com/Saberspark and add Honey to your online browser for free. Get those sweet online savings going today.